Hello. So I've been out of the country for half of the year, and these are the physical books that I have brought with me. Of course, I have my handy dandy Kindle and my Audible with me. I also have my membership from the library. So I have my Libby. But yeah, I still brought physical books. These are the only 3 physical books I have brought with me. The first one I have finished reading is Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. So, Meditations is a diary of sorts. It is his journal entries. He's talking to himself, talking about his daily activities. It is kind of a repetition since it is, what happens every day. And these are his reflections. This is not meant to be published. He wrote his journal for his own benefit. It has survived and it's here in our hands. I found Ryan Holiday when I was looking for books, and this is the version of Meditations that he has recommended. Actually, the other 2 books, these are also the versions that he has recommended. He said these are the easiest or the most modern translations where readers like myself could easily digest. Oh, these are all Stoic books. These are, do we say, philosophers of Stoicism? The school of Stoicism? I don't know. But for context, I first encountered Stoicism through Felix Schellberg. We all know him as PewDiePie. So yes, I watch his videos. He basically raised me, although we are the same age. But when he first started his book reviews, one of the books or the schools of thought that he had the obsession with was with Stoicism. And while he was reading it, while he was reviewing it, I realized that, wait, that's me. I didn't know that there's a group of people like me, and there's a school of thought for how I think, for how I live my life. It took me 30 plus years before I learned that I am part of a group, that this is just me, that there is a group of people that happens to be just like me. So that's where it piqued my interest, and I looked for the book recommendations. That's how I found Ryan Holiday. So yeah, this is the book. I'm done. I have read it first 2 months out of the country, and now I am currently reading Epictetus. So this one is Discourses and Selected Writing. So this is not a diary, unlike Meditations. This one is a collection of his lectures. I just started reading it, so I'm planning to read this for the next 2 months, and then this one for the final 2 months that I'm out of the country. Going back to Epictetus, so the Discourses is a collection of lectures, I think, because he did not write this. These are notes, let's call it lecture notes, made by one of his students, Aryan, the name of the student who, let's say, transcribed the lectures was Aryan. So these were lessons that he gave his students in the classroom. So Epictetus was a teacher. What's the difference of these people? I want to talk about their background. So Marcus Aurelius is one of the most powerful people during his time. And Seneca, the one we will talk about later, is one of the wealthiest people in his time. However, Epictetus is on the other end of the hierarchy. So he is a slave, I think. Again, I'm just starting to read this, and I haven't really studied the philosopher yet. I'm just reading the lessons. He was a slave, and then he became free. And from there, that's where he started with teaching for Stoicism. So again, let's do differentiations. With meditations, this is more of a practical philosophy. I'll link the notes by Ryan Holiday of these books. That is where I got most of the information, since I got the recommendations from him. So yeah, it's practical philosophy since he wrote it for himself. This is about his day-to-day activities. So it is very practical because he applies it to his life. So whatever happens today, he talks about it here, reflects about it, and tries to improve or maybe stay the same on the next following days or years. So the advices here are meant to be applied in life. But the discourses is talking about ethics and morals. So this is not really about practical or actionable advices. This is more about values education, I guess. So he is talking about what to practice, what to do with regards to ethics and morality. So same with meditations, the discourses of Epictetus is not made to be published. These are lecture notes by Aryan. I think he was thinking it should be published, but Epictetus himself did not write this. He really didn't think of having his lessons published. Same with meditations. Both are not originally intended for publication by the philosophers Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus. And then again, if meditations is about Marcus Aurelius as an individual, Epictetus' discourses is more anchored with a common experience and common sense. The last book I brought with me and is the last book I plan to read for the final 2 months while I'm away is The Letters from a Stoic by Seneca. So this is a collection of letters that Seneca sent to his friend. So he is telling his friend on how to become a better Stoic. And these are key lessons he is sharing to his friend about Stoicism. But I've heard, again, this is based from the essay by Ryan Holiday, that there are academicians, there are scholars that think these are not really letters. They were written like letters, but there are no documentations on his friend responding to each or to some of the letters. There are no responses from any of these letters. So scholars think the format of the writing is just letters, but it's not really sent to someone. Unlike the 2 other books, the one I have read and the one I'm reading, this one is assumed to be meant for publication. That Seneca, who actually wrote the letters, really did mean to have this collection published. So I don't know much about this book yet. Again, I haven't read it. I am reading this one. Maybe someday I'll give you a review of these books, but for now, I just want to share with you my haul. These are the books that I have brought with me here. So yeah, that's it for this video. I will see you again next time for another one. Bye everyone!